Good day, everyone. We have learned a lot in Genesis, and we're just in 3 chapters, and we have learned about the character of God, how He is loving, how He is forgiving, and how He is very patient with us. Though He has a very great plan for us, for the earth, and for the humanity, we chose to disobey Him. Our clan, humanity, chose to disobey. So, of course, it shows that every sin has its consequences. So, the sin, the disobedience, the consequence of that is death. But we still chose it. So we are going to move on to the curses that was given. Not curses, but these are the consequences of their acts. This shows that a slight disobedience to God's law has its consequences, grave consequences, because this law that was given to us is there to protect us. But then, yes, we chose to disobey. So we move on. We learned that from the previous videos that the first prophecy was pronounced. So what is that first prophecy? That there is a plan for redemption. God is going to redeem us again, even though we have fallen. Our race has fallen from temptation. The hope is there. He offered hope for all of us, but then we have to again prove our obedience to Him. So we move on. We learned that the first prophecy will be that there will be enmity between the seed of the evil and the seed of the women. So that is a promise to us that God will not leave us alone, but rather He's going to send God's only Son to redeem us. So that's the first pronouncement of the prophecy. Then we move on to the consequences of their acts. So we read Genesis 16 and 17. To the woman He said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. Previously, when there was no sin yet, when they were first created, Adam and Eve were equal. They're sharing equal roles. But then when the sin happened, God placed men over his wife, or men over the women. Man shall rule over us. That's why the original plan should not be like this, but it happened. Next, to Adam He said, because you have heeded the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, saying you shall not eat of it, cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Actually, the ground was cursed for our sake. Why was it cursed for our sake? Because the Lord can see that when we are left on our own, like we are cursed already, then sin has entered the world. Woe has entered the world. Suffering, depression has entered. If we are not going to be busy, if we do not work for our needs, then much misery will happen. That's why it says in one of our verses in the Bible, it says here that an idle mind is the devil's playground. So we should be very busy doing things. So God gave us another task, but this one, instead of having a pleasant task, gardening in the Garden of Eden, it was even made harder. Okay, so it was cursed for our sake. That's it for today, and I'll see you again next time. Again, the curses, and there are curses that was pronounced in humanity, but then if we look around, God never left us alone. Before he pronounced the curses, he has given us the hope first. The plan of redemption was laid, and then he has given us the curses. How great our God is. Even though we have chosen to be disobedient, even though we blamed him for what had happened, he's still there, ready to forgive us. His his um his pronouncement of the curses is still wrapped with promise that I will be with you. There is a plan to redeem you. So just please be with me. Okay? So this is a very good promise. And hopefully we'll proceed with the next verses, and I'll see you again next time.